V50 Captain's Log, June 4th, 1940. The V50 has been ordered to grid J7, which is located in the North Sea. Over the past days, we've met up with several of our sister ships. We now have a formation of 9 destroyers of varying different types. The reason we're gathering here is to create an ambush for the British battleship Repulse, which was spotted in the North Sea by one of our reconnaissance aircraft. Under cover of night and in a heavy fog, we are working to close the distance to Repulse without getting detected. This will not prove easy, but it can give us a decisive advantage in the destruction of one of Britain's battleships. This will be my first live encounter with the enemy. Until now, I've only been training. Of my sailors, only 3 have some battle experience which dates back to 1918. I'm confident my crew will hold it together even when faced with a withering barrage of fire that we're expecting the Repulse will put up. She will not go down without a fight.
Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to episode 3 of the Destroyer Only campaign. This one is proving to be interesting because we have managed to sneak close to the enemy with our destroyers. Well, what else, because I only have destroyers, but we found the Repulse, as well as the escort of the Repulse, which is the Gibraltar. It's a 60,000 ton battleship, and I am eager to sink one of their 3 current battleships. Let's see what the situation is. We have the Repulse 13 kilometers out. Okay. I have a couple of destroyer groups. I want you guys to go here. The Repulse is sailing towards us. She has 8 18-inch guns, backed up by 26 2-inch guns and 18 8-inch guns. Considering the armament on a pretty small hull, I think she might not have that much in the form of protection, which is good. The plan here is to have the formation from the V4 turn to port, sail in this direction, and everybody's going to open up with their torpedoes. These guys are going to do it, well, not quite at the same time because we're not in range yet, but I plan to be. And open up with the torpedoes from a slightly different angle. There's the heavy cruiser. That's currently not really my concern. Let's see, the V4 is a gunboat. The 41 is a capital ship hunter. The V3 is a gunboat. And the V15 is also a gunboat. Okay, everybody load the high explosive because armor piercing is definitely not going to fly against a battleship. I can tell you that much. They do appear to be in a turn. If you got this many destroyers coming at you, the first thing you do in a battleship is you just turn away. By far the best thing to do. Let's just set these to normal. Ah, you're 11 clicks out. You're a bit too far. Let's get you closer. V4 launched. 41 launched. That's the one with the bigger spread. The battleship is turning away and might receive information from the heavy cruiser that something is afoot. Something, i.e. a load of torpedoes coming at you. Let's see if I can eliminate the heavy cruiser by high explosive fire. The torpedoes could still pose a threat to the battleship. Let's give them some more to worry about. I really want the Repulse not to have a whole lot of torpedo protection. Repulse. Few bulkheads, anti-torp 4. So the damage to the structural integrity of the ship will be fairly low, but the flooding will not. I probably will have to scuttle the V41. She's too heavily damaged. Oh, here comes the Gibraltar. Ooh. I've seen what an 18-inch shell. I think it was an 18-inch shell. Yeah, that was an 18-inch shell. That did almost 2,000 damage. Here are the torpedoes, so they definitely detected that. Sonar 3, 200 meter turning circle. Hello. Okay, you're a bit too good at dodging that. Smoke you guys up. Oh. Oh no, I got torpedoed by them. Ugh. That must have been the Gibraltar. Because the Repulse is not packing torpedoes. Okay. V50 and 51, you're going to go that way. You're going to smoke up, because it seems that the Repulse has taken a renewed interest in your, well, let's say sped up demise. 1.1% chance to pen. Huh. Yeah, she's heavily protected. 2-inch on the superstructure is going to make this pretty difficult. The 50 and the 51 are capital ship hunters. Right? No, sorry, they're not. No, they're Fletcheresques. Crap. Okay. Now, the V-72 died after taking an 18-inch hit. Both of these ships are too dangerous to engage up close. Torpedoing them from all different angles at once might be the only option that I have. Hey, she's flooding. That's good. I want to isolate the heavy cruiser and sink it first. Can you guys even hit that far? More or less. The Repulse has taken 5% of her structural damage. Not too bad. Range 9.6. Incoming torpedo. Singular? Or rather, we only detected one. Yeah, that was a singular launch. Underwater torpedo tube mounted on the heavy cruiser. Alright. Repulse is slowly slipping away and Gibraltar is no longer flooding. How fast is the Repulse? 23 knots, so I can definitely play around her as much as I like. The issue is that the Battleship is going to just pick off my destroyers one by one. So I think it's time to go for a torpedo attack. Hopefully from 2 slightly different angles, maybe 3 different angles. Yeah, here we go. Normal. This div, normal. This div, normal. Torps away. Torps away. You're going to maintain your course. This should be fine. Torpedoes away. 71 just dropped her torps. And V3 does not. Hello? Get over here. V3? Here. Now you dropped your torps, but it's a little late. Because I was hoping that they would all arrive at the same time. Not so much. Smoke you up. Turn back a little. Because we're getting pretty close to the Repulse. Gibraltar's down to 61%. Torpedoes here and here, outbound to the Repulse. Gibraltar, 60% in holding. Burning again. We got a lot of torpedoes coming from here. Uh-oh. Some flooding there. Gibraltar sub 60%. The Repulse should be very much aware of the torpedoes coming for her now. Yeah. She's detected them. I think she might be fine. But not from this angle. Torpedo hit the Repulse. Buoyancy dropped 2%. Another torpedo could strike the Repulse again. No! She just dodged it. Oh, that was close. It would have been great if that actually struck the Repulse. How are you guys doing? By my count, all of you have torpedoes. No, the V4 doesn't have torpedoes, but you do. Let's make that work. Maintain just high explosive damage on the Gibraltar. Unless we can actually pen it, but I doubt it. You guys are fresh out of torpedoes. So you're effectively sheer gunboats now for sake of doing damage. I could try swarming the Repulse, just pushing in with every ship I have, but I think it's going to get very expensive. Whoops. Good thing I happened to be in the turn. Don't get hit. You're almost reloaded. The Gibraltar is no longer really in a position to help out the Repulse with torpedo detection issues. She's flooding again. Repulse 7.5 clicks out. Keep pushing. Keep hurting the heavy cruiser. Ooh. Some fairly catastrophic damage there on the V-51. Get out of here, buddy. The Repulse is once again turning around completely. And you got hit by an 18-inch shell. The V-50 could be done. I think I might have to disengage. Because I badly hurt the Gibraltar. And I don't really see a way forward to killing the Repulse. She's too heavily armored and too heavily protected with her secondaries. So I think it's time that we just retreat. We just leave. Because especially the Gibraltar would be a threat, but she can no longer intercept me. She's too slow. And that means we can just leave and force the Brits to repair the Gibraltar. Unless they want to scrap it. And potentially have the Repulse out of the fight for a few weeks. I mean, most destroyers survive. We have one casualty. But it could have been far worse. Oh, that's not very helpful, though. That's not very helpful. Ow. What was that? 6-inch? 9-inch. Smoke up, V-51. Repulse is leaving. 87% structural. I don't even know what the status of the heavy cruiser is anymore. Let's get out of here. Alright, this battle didn't quite turn out the way that I'd hoped. I lost 2 destroyers in the attack and suffered catastrophic damage to a third. The heavy cruisers were... sorry, the heavy cruiser was badly damaged. The British battleship was not. And the British got actually a whole lot more victory points out of that than I did. 43 for me, 775 for them. This is a very poorly executed battle. Light damage to the Repulse, medium damage to the Gibraltar. And quite a few destroyers end up with medium or light damage, meaning I'm once again down 20 million. So let's see if I can do something a little different with a couple of destroyers going after their destroyers and heavy cruiser. I have an interesting 15 transports here. So that seems to be a large convoy. And we really got to take those guys down. Look at this. What the hell are we transporting here? Enemy spotted northwest. Alright, off we go. After about 20 minutes, we've made contact with the British heavy cruiser. Because of the weather conditions, we were really struggling to get an identification, or at least a spot on this thing. And all the while, they, probably with their superior tower and radar mounted up higher on the ship, were capable of engaging me. And, fortunately, not doing that much damage while they detected me. The V6 was the only one that actually got a bit damaged, but it wasn't even that bad. So, fortunately, I have most of my ships perfectly intact, sailing towards the heavy cruiser. And we're once again going to try and execute a torpedo attack, making sure that we reduce the strength of their heavy cruisers by 1. It seems that the destroyer is very actively shielding the heavy cruiser there. In the sense that it's sailing around almost as an extra layer of armor. Which is an interesting way of protecting your ally, but it seems to be working. Let's focus fire on this while torpedoing the heavy cruiser. Because those light destroyers are there, those 44 knot speedboats, very difficult to catch. Very, very difficult. The warrior seems to be making an interesting course adjustment. Almost right into the torpedo. Yeah, no, not really. Oh, that's sad. Okay. The warrior just launched her port side torpedoes against the V60. Sarpedon over there is out of torpedoes, and this one is an unknown. Alright. I want the V60 to disengage from the div. Meaning that the 65 can keep going. Don't torp. You can hit this target. Just use your guns. The destroyers are, well, they're difficult to catch. But beyond that, not too difficult to deal with. Let's see if the 65 can torpedo the warrior from up close. And eliminate that heavy cruiser. Torpedoes away. Away from 62. That should give the warrior some trouble. Yeah, it's a sad thing that the 60 has already launched. Do I have a capital ship hunter here? I do not. Shit. Oh, warrior, stop dodging, buddy. Stop dodging. Just take one torpedo. The stern would be perfect, because that means your rudder will be out. Look at that thing drift. Yep, your rudder's out. Alright. Let's detach the 19 from that div, because it's in a pretty favorable position. We're going to have you go directly after the warrior. Just make sure you don't get hit by your friendly torps. Because there is no such thing as a friendly torpedo. Sarpedon and Portia are completely done with their torpedo launches. You guys focus fire on this target. I think you can best predict what weapon to pick by yourselves. 19, turn, duty. Come on. Turn, 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 turn. That's more like it. It's more like it. The warrior is still flooding. Oh, fuck me. Hold. Shit, 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 shit. Maximum port turn. I might be able to dodge this. But I seem to be doing my level best to get hit by my own torpedoes at this point. Oh, that was close. Okay. 60. You're going to go for the Sarpedon. 6. You're going to go for the Sarpedon as well. The 19 is going to go after the warrior, which appears to still be doing turns. It's probably because its rudder is stuck. Or stuck enough to make it pretty difficult for this thing to get out of trouble. This is a gunboat DD, meaning that its torpedo launcher might be a little finicky. Torpedoes away. Very nice. It's 22-inch torpedoes. It should make quite a mess of the warrior. And the 5-inch guns are mostly going to pepper the superstructure and potentially the belt. Boom. That is pretty bad news for your bow. That's 3 compartments flooding. 43, feel free to launch. Torpedoes turning to starboard. Go on, go on, go on. Torpedoes away from the 43. Now, where are your gunboat DDs? Where's the other one? No longer in sight. Torpedo's about to impact the warrior, which is already crippled. So this ought to finish her. 12% buoyancy left. I might just have the V70 pitch in, just to be sure. And she's gone. Very nice, very nice. Alright, now we need to try and catch the destroyers. Which for the Sarpedon is not a problem, but the other one is very speedily moving away from the AO. It's over here. That thing is pretty screwed. But where's your friend? How far? Here. About 7 clicks. 7-3. 7-0. I doubt we can catch it. We got what we came for, though. We got the heavy cruiser destroyed. At this rate, I'm going to have to build a destroyer that's just exceptionally fast as an interceptor. Because the rest of it, all the other DDs, they just cannot catch these British guys. They're so quick. 7 kilometers out. No, we won't catch that. This is fine. We still got a lot of victory points out of that one, and we did take some damage, but not that much. Still, my budget's probably going to be shot to shit. I'm minus 38 million. This is something I really cannot keep up for a long time. I'm just going to have to pull a trick here. I'm going to move all the destroyers to Emden. Because ships that are in transit don't cost you any money. I thought I ordered all of my ships back to more favorable ports. There. Ambush! 5 destroyers against the Berwick and the Powerful. Let's see if we can reduce some more battle strength, because they're, look at this, their power projection, you can barely see it, is down to 60,000 from 74. That's probably because we knocked a battleship out. It didn't get destroyed, but it got hit hard enough that it's probably in dry dock. And that apparently takes quite a lot of their capacity off the line. Now, for this battle, I'm not confident. I am not confident at all. The only thing that the heavies need to do is just run away consistently. And, as you can see, their accuracy is already getting a lot better than it was at the start of the campaign. Now, the 43 is a standard destroyer, like a Joe Average. The 6 is a gunboat. The 19 and 15 are both gunboats. Oh. We do have speed on our side. We're faster than they are. That's about the only thing you can say, though. Because they have the firepower and they're turning away. Yeah, you're gonna have to go that way. Some fire damage on this ship. Everybody target this ship just to be sure. 88%, 90. Go on. She's 7 clicks out the Berwick. Slightly farther afield from the Powerful. I really don't want to take a whole lot of damage here. I really don't. Okay, we're going to launch the torpedoes. I'll probably just beat a hasty retreat, because I don't think I can win this. Oh, fuck me. This is not good. Even if it is only 1 torpedo. Listen to me, destroyer. Fucking AI. Listen to what I'm telling you to do. Ow. Good God, they're really picking this thing apart. Yeah, we're not going to pick this fight. we're leaving. Because the amount of damage that I'm taking here is too serious. It's not worth it for 2 heavy cruisers. I need to target something else and do damage to that. Something easier to kill. Now, this was not an encounter that went my way. Most of my destroyers came away with some damage, and the British got 500 victory points for their trouble. I'm once again 18 million in the red. I can keep this up for maybe 10 more months, but that's probably the end of my budget. Victory points, almost 4,000 versus 2,631 for the British. No. No. I lost 15 transports? Good lord. Okay, their battleship apparently is back in the fight because their power projection just jumped back to 72,000. Nope. Ambush. Nope. Yes, I can probably take this fight. Let's go. Even if it is just a few destroyers. Okay. DD on DD battles. This ought to be interesting. Now, destroyers versus destroyers means that you're both spotting each other pretty late. And the V-64 really only got the jump on this guy, or they got the jump on me, at 4 kilometer range. So now I'm going to have to slow down a little and just try and pump out as much damage as possible. Fortunately, these British DDs are made out of paper and can be penned by pretty much anything. So I have ordered all sailors to the deck, loading whatever gun they can find and firing it in the general direction of the destroyer, and it seems to be working because they're already starting to flood. Now this is going to be a pretty close encounter. Thankfully these are... Well, I got 1 general destroyer and 1 torpedo destroyer. It's just that those DDs of theirs, they might not be as good as a capital ship at dodging torpedoes. Because of their 42 knot speed, 44 knot speed. See, 535, their battleships have a turning circle that's less than half. So we're trying to torpedo their destroyers. Try and torpedo this. The Firefly is starting to flood. .2 kilometer range. Go on. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Torpedo it. Torpedo's away from the 64, but the Sturdy's turning. Sturdy is not interested in getting hit. I wonder why. Alright. 31. Torpedoes away. Massive spread. 20 torps. Immediately the Firefly reacts and turns to port. The whole spread is wasted. I need to not get hit by my own torpedoes here. That would be a bit of a shame. Sturdy, taking even more damage. And flooding. I need to gang up on one of these guys and take it out. Good man there, 64. Look at you go. Torpedo in the water. The Sturdy just launched one of her few remaining torpedoes. Go on. Eliminate it. Not funny. Firefly, not funny. Can you finish off the Sturdy, please? Because I got more destroyers to sink, and they're already running. These British bastards. Some damage to the funnel and the Firefly might slow her down, as well as the flooding. The Sturdy's pretty much done. She just needs to sink. We are on a collision course with the 31. That's one down. Next up is the Firefly. Let's get that thing before she flies off. which she definitely will try to do. 41 knots. Get it! Do I really need to build an interceptor destroyer? I really don't want to, because my naval budget's already terrible. Oh, she's not running yet. No, she's coming back. Perfect. Perfect. Well done. I'm not sure what that was. Smoke it up. Rudder damaged. Excellent. Speed on the Firefly. Still 40 knots. Really quick destroyer. She's flooding though. But she's capable of pumping it back out and probably getting her engines all back operational. 39 knots. More flooding. 38.6, 38.3, 38.1. Let's get you back to flank speed. Just to stay up to speed with the Firefly as best we can. More flooding. Could have fooled me though, because I'm not seeing the other compartments be flooded again. Anti-flood 3, yeah, they're very capable of getting rid of it. More flooding. Just look at how quickly they're fighting that. Fire damage. More flooding. Nope, actually not so much. The 76, no, sorry, the 31 is taking quite a bit of damage here. Much more than I would like. One engine's been knocked out. But your engine is in a flooded compartment, so you're going to slow down even more than I will. My compartment's dry and my engine's still damaged, but hopefully will be fixed. Come on, intercept the Firefly and get rid of it. A few more holes in the Firefly and she ought to sink. Speed, 25 knots. And stable. Engine 3 damaged. No longer stable. 24.4, 24.1, 23.8. She's slowing down. Have at it. There's the swordsman. If you're going to try and save the Firefly, you're a little late. Because you won't get there. Yeah, 0.1, done. Last man standing. Just hope to hit the swordsman, because she is still mostly undamaged. No engine damage, no flooding. She's going to run away. 40 knots. I hope that I can damage her a bit more, and I don't even need to cause flooding, but it will force her to slow down. Damage to your structural integrity is going to slow you down generally. 41.8 for you. No! Stop running! Because you're making it pretty... pretty damn difficult. Cancel that. Impossible for me to catch you. It's just... no. Victory points, 708. Nice. Sadly, sinking 2 destroyers is really not going to do anything for their power projection. So, it's not looking too good. My fleet of 72 destroyers, currently 68 available, 4 undergoing repair. My naval prestige is negative. I hope that I can fix that soon. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. And I shall see you soon for the next one.